PNC Financial Services and BlackRock, they both are out with a beat on earnings in their latest quarter. Color me surprised. I don't know why. PNC saw a 19% rise in revenue compared to the same period last year. Hey, that's my bank. While BlackRock saw its net income slide 19% from a year ago. Just to remove myself from any bias, I'll start with BlackRock because PNC is a great Pennsylvania bank.
Nice.
Anyway, at the end of the day, BlackRock, 5% decline in assets under management. Revenue, that was down 10%. Net income, as we aforementioned, down 19% year over year. And still, more of the commentary around the crisis of confidence that you had flagged earlier today, Sozzi.
Yeah, the other undercurrent of this earnings season, just from the bank perspective, is all of these CEOs coming out here saying, our bank is great. We have a great balance sheet, and we're doing okay. We were here to help the taxpayers and the financial system because we had so much money and we were a friend. So that's the other undercurrent here. I suspect you'll see that story somewhere over the coming days, and how the bank CEO, big bank CEO, was a friend to the entire world in the month of March. So there's that. But anytime you do hear a Larry Fink calling out and he's the CEO of BlackRock, calling out a crisis of confidence, that I think aligns well with what we heard from Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan about storm clouds brewing. And I understand the market's enthusiasm with these quarters, but that does not mean that April, May, June, aka the second quarter, is going to be just as fine and dandy as the first quarter was.
Yeah, and we're getting some kind of creative type of comparisons as well. Even the comparisons, and as I was talking about deposits earlier on, which is something to continue to keep an eye on throughout the bank earnings season, they have a comparison of the prior quarter. So if there's anything that you can kind of glean some insight into as average deposits, they only increased by about 0.3%. It's how can you compare that to the previous year as well here? And so that is something that I'm continuing to dive into here in the average deposits. And ultimately, that did decrease year over year in the average deposits that they saw in billions come through for PNC. So that's something to also compare back to as well this time last year.
And PNC, another bank with rising charge-offs.